Yo, 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 welcome back to another episode of the Stay Off My Grass pod. Just ISO Randy today, man. We just got a quick little recap. We got the Suns versus the Wizards tonight. Suns took care of business. I like the way we looked tonight. Real good, real good. We dubbed the Wizards, and they had a pretty much almost a full team except for what Spencer Dinwiddie out there, and we still went out there and handled business. Bradley Beal had a kind of off night tonight. DeAndre Ayton, he had his spurts or his. To me, like his my big thing with him is just like you got to catch big dog. Like he missed a couple good looks where it was just like he could have really like pulled away or just, you know what I'm saying, brought the whole house down if he'd have caught the ball and yam some of those shots that he had and stuff like that tonight. But I think tonight overall was a good team win. I think that we finally trying to put it together and piece it together and try to get wins. And we look a little bit better without D Book now, even though I think he might be on the comeback sooner than later. Hopefully, I think he come back by next week, early next week. So hopefully keep our fingers crossed for that one. But yeah, outside of that, Landry Shamet looked good tonight. Cameron Johnson looked good. JaVale McGee gave us a good night tonight. Sticks saw some minutes today. We had a unusual Sticks night. And I feel like this is out of all the performances that I've seen Sticks play and I've seen him do and stuff like that. I feel like tonight was like kind of the best version of Sticks I've seen. He was out there rebounding. He had some fouls that I feel like could have went either way. You know what I'm saying? But I think that he was tonight. He just like because for the most part, I feel like he always looked like he never know where he's supposed to be at, or like he don't never really set the hard screen or whatever the case may be, and he always kind of looking for that three ball. And even though the three ball wasn't falling, I think tonight he just looked way, way, way more confident. He looked like he knew where he was supposed to be at. He was grabbing boards and blocking shots, or at least contesting shots. And you know what I'm saying? He was out there doing his thing. He looked real good tonight. I think he might have finished for like maybe 10 points or so. So it was real good from him. And then Chris Paul just gonna do Chris Paul stuff. He kind of came out there and set the tone early from the beginning. And I like him. I like Chris Paul, even though like I do think that he paced himself a lot. But I do like it when Chris Paul come out early and just get aggressive and start shooting shots and stuff like that, especially with D Book being out. Like I think Chris Paul just was like, all right, like let me go ahead and hit a couple early ones and get away and pull that lead and you know what I'm saying, turn a 10-point lead to a 20-point lead and all that. And I don't even think the starters even played in the second half. So it was a good I mean not in the second half, but in the fourth quarter. So it was a real good win tonight. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we can get back D Book soon because we do got a little bit of a challenge coming up later on in the schedule. So I really, really, really hope that that hamstring is doing better. But in other news, we do have some other news that did happen today. Russell Westbrook entered into the COVID protocols today, and I just feel like yes, he went into the protocols today, but I feel like a lot of people just around the league and stuff like that. And I think that we might be gearing towards. I hope not because I miss basketball so much when we was in quarantine. But hopefully, it's. I feel like it might another shutdown might happen because, like I said, I feel like every day is just like 5 or 6 or 10 more players that just enter in the protocol, and then it's not even like 10 players from different teams. It's like, all right, this player on the Pistons got it, and then somebody else got it, and it's all on the same team, and then it'd be like 5 guys in like one day or off of one team. So it's just like it's just a little like maybe I don't know what's going on right now, but hopefully it can get under control with this COVID situation. And then on top of that COVID situation, I did see that the Los Angeles Lakers did sign Isaiah Thomas. I mean, yesterday night he dropped 44 in the G League, and today he got called up to the NBA. And I'm gonna give you my quick thoughts on it when Jeremiah get on the stuff. He'll give you his Laker point of view on it, but I'll just give you from a fan or just an objective point of view. I feel like Isaiah Thomas. I don't think that he necessarily fits what they're trying to do because to me it don't make sense. Like you already have a team that struggles on defense and y'all already old, so then you bring in another old point guard that don't play defense. So like to me, it don't really make sense. Granted, he is on a 10-day contract, so like we will see if he'll get that second one or whatever the case may be. But I mean, he's gonna have a chance to prove himself now, especially with Russ being out. So that's something to look forward to. But I am a fan of Isaiah Thomas. I do like. a lot of people don't know, but Suns we had him first or whatever the case may be, and it was him, Dragic, and Bledsoe, and then it just never really worked out because we was trying to start all three of them at the same time, and then on top of that, like they all wanted a certain amount of money, and then it got real ugly. We ended up picking the wrong guy in Bledsoe anyway, so it was just real ugly. But I did like when he was on the Suns, like he did put in a lot of work, and you know what I'm saying, he did his thing, and I was really rooting for him over there in Boston, especially with his sister and the crash and all that stuff. So I was really rooting for him. It was sad to see like what he was going through out like after that and stuff like that, and how Boston treated him with his hip. But another thing that confused me about the IT situation or IT going to the Lakers is that like Bron essentially kicked or traded IT in Cleveland, and like that was his last one of his last jobs in the NBA. So it's just like I think it's interesting because it was like a big thing or like it was a thing back in that point in time. Like where LeBron didn't like IT, like they was avoiding each other, like he wouldn't give him high fives and all kind of weird shit like that. So it was just like, look, it's just really interesting that he decided to pull the trigger and bring him back in LA. Like I don't know, but like I said, to me, y'all bring in a 5'9" point guard that can't play defense. Like obviously, I don't think that he gonna get a lot of touches or like in the playoffs. Like I don't think you can play IT, especially if he not like unless his scoring is just absolutely crazy, like it was like when he was in Boston, and that kind of be like the only way he can kind of stay on the court. But like I don't really see it working, especially with the system and all this other stuff. And Lakers obviously struggling with defense right now. But yeah, so I mean that'd be interesting. I mean, I guess the Lakers fans they all hyped today, or some of them feel a little bit in between. I don't know. Like you can let me know how you feel in the comments about it or whatever the case may be. But me personally, I'm like, yeah, like I'm a fan of IT, but I don't think it's a good look. But this is something I wanted to say before I went ahead and got on out of here. Like, yes, I do think that the a lot of people they've been saying like, oh, no rust for Ben Simmons and all this other stuff. But I just wanted to break something down real quick, just real quick. So imagine a team or a starting five. If you have Ben Simmons, you have Avery Bradley at the two, you got LeBron at the three, you got AD at the four, and you got Dwight at the five. Who's scoring on that? Like, for real. I feel like that's a really, really good defensive team. That's a playoff or that's a championship defense right there to me. I would love for the Suns to go up against that and we beat that team or whatever the case may be. But I just feel like just that team, like that starting five right there, like that's L's. Like they really coming down, putting people on L's. For real, for real. And you know what I'm saying? To me, like I said, I feel like that looked better. I think that would look better, but I see people they like, oh, they'd rather have Russ because he's from LA and all this other stuff, rather than a better fit from the team. So I understand that too, but it is what it is on that one. So we'll catch y'all again. I think the Suns play again. We might play on Saturday. So, and I think the Lakers do play tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to get postponed or not because Avery Bradley and I think Russell Westbrook is in the COVID protocol. So ain't no telling if somebody else might develop and hop on in it. But either way, we'll be here to react to it. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.